Hey icons, and welcome back to another episode of the Makeup Diaries. I'm your icon Annie, and I'm so glad that you can be back. Just as you can tell, I have like my microphone right here because I feel like my audio goes back and forth of being like loud and quiet, and I just want to make sure that the audio is good for y'all. Even though I like detest having to wear the mic because it's so unfashionable, it's so clunky. To start off, I hope that you are doing well and feeling iconic and knowing that you are loved and appreciated, because I feel like we should always be reminded of that daily. If we are not telling ourselves that, we should at least be reminded. And just before we start, we obviously have housekeeping. Jellycat had a new drop, and it's like kind of like a marine life drop. My favorite animals, despite how many Jellycat bunnies I have, my favorite animals, hands down, are seals. I know sea lions are like trending for how funny they are, but like, come on, like get off my yacht. Like, I've been here longer. They had a sea lion, Jellycat, that had a little mohawk too, and then they had a manatee. And when I was younger, I would say my favorite animals were seals, manatees, and walruses. I don't know why I grouped them together, but I was like, you know what, manatees and walruses can be like in the group as well. Katie said since she bought the sea lion with the mohawk, I have to name it Mohawk Joe. And I told her, yeah, whatever, but I said I think I'm gonna name it Mohawk Jock, but TBD. Anyways, as you could see from the thumbnail and the video title, today we are going to be turning ourselves into TRL guests. We're going to pretend we are celebrities because we are iconic celebrities in our day-to-day lives, and we are going to go back in the past when it was so cool and we had Total Request Live on MTV. As you can see, I'm wearing my Total Request Live shirt. I got this off of Etsy, and it has like all the, not all of them, duh, but it has like their little photo booths, and I love that. I hope one day I can have like a birthday party where there's like a photo booth and we can do like a Total Request Live, like kind of everyone gets their like four shot photo booth style strip, and then they can, hey Hutch! Hutcherson, oh my goodness, no, sir, Hutch. Today, this is not a recreation of any of those. We're kind of pulling inspo. So I do always want to say that this look is absolutely 100% customizable by you. So we're going to play around with it. I'm going to kind of break down some of like the basics of what kind of overall a summary of TRL looks kind of encapsulate, but like I want you to sit down. If you're going to like follow along, just have fun, be you, throw a little bit of like you iconicness in there as well. And as I start all my videos, my face is prepped. I always like to stress that skincare is very, very important when we do our makeup looks. So whatever your skincare routine looks like, please make sure you have done that before starting this video. If not, you can complain and whine about how, oh, it didn't turn out exactly like I wanted it to on your own. But older sister Annie has advised what you should be doing, so I'm off the hook. I think I want to start eyes first for this look, as I do most looks. I'm going to be mixing some of my Hourglass concealer. This one I have in Bisque. It is just the one that matches my skin. And I'm going to be mixing this with my Urban Decay eyeshadow potion. Just take a little bit of it. And I am going to just be tapping that on my eyelid up to my brow bone just to give me a clean base to start with. Going back to some of my favorite looks, as I am going to base what I've already done, base this concealer and primer combo with NARS's setting powder. This is their light reflecting setting powder in crystal. I obviously am gonna love any single Britney Spears TRL like mention, just any of them. I think she like is the queen of TRL. Honestly, love Avril. I'm pretty sure this is where Avril is like called out for calling Britney Spears a hoe, which is like honestly just the media trying to like pin women against each other. But I'm pretty sure that was like this moment, and she's like, when she's asked. I also love like there's like this really random, and I'm like, I had no context for it because like obviously I didn't watch it growing up, or like I should say I didn't retain it growing up. There is like a photo shoot of like Miley Cyrus and Fergie, and like that just feels like, oh my goodness, That feels so lucky. And honestly, I feel like the reason I'm just like obsessed with like the TRL look is because it was like, I feel like celebrities presented way more humble. Like it wasn't like they had like a full like, they're not like fully done up. This isn't like a Met Gala situation. This is literally like, hey, I'm like literally doing this for my fans. And I don't know, that's why I love these looks, because a lot of the time it's not full face. It's like very low key. It's just like a little bit of done upness, but mainly it's chill. It's kind of an everyday look. Every now and again, a TRL guest decided they were gonna have a pop of color. I feel like it could backfire on me. And the color I'm feeling like today is a butter yellow. I don't know if it's just the Southern girl in me, but I'm feeling like a butter yellow. And I'm now trying to see, because I don't have a butter yellow in my colorful palette. This is the Carnival XL Be Perfect palette. But I'm wondering if I mix Shuffle with So We'll Piss Off the Neighbors Pillow Talk. To start, I'm gonna have to base my eye, and I'm gonna base a little bit of my eye with Patrick Ta's. This is their light palette with the lightest shade, because that one's gonna be super creamy. We need like a creamy base, so when I put the yellow on, it doesn't immediately go like yellow. It can mix in and be a little bit more buttery. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush. This one is a Urban Decay brush, and I am just going to put this shadow on my lid. I'm not going all the way up to the brow bone. Next up, we have to do this butter yellow. If you chose a better color, maybe a less stressful one, good for you, good for you. One tap of this Shuffle, like no more. Like look how pigmented that is already. And then I'm just gonna tap so much of that Pillow Talk in. I am just going to take this and stamp this on my eye. We did it, we did it. It's butter yellow. And no, I'm not gonna just leave it butter yellow. Like, what the hell, no. So I'm gonna go in next with my Urban Decay Cool Tones palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shadow. They aren't named, oh wait, yeah they are. Cold Foam Matte. By the way, I'm just taking the smudge brush on this other side, and I am just starting to smudge it in my crease. It will make a more defined line. Don't worry about it. We will smoke it out. So don't worry if it feels like a little bit harsh at first. Now, speaking about cold foam, I'm not sure about y'all, but like I have just started drinking matcha. There is a little cafe right by where I work. I work at Nordstrom, so there's like one of their like Nordstrom e-bars. And so like I'll go there like on a little break, and they just started making this cold foam matcha, but it's a banana cloud foam. And like I hadn't had any matcha before. I was like, it tastes like earth. But I love this banana cloud foam, so I just go up and I'm like, can I have the banana cloud foam matcha with extra banana cloud foam? And it's so good. I just drink the matcha first, and then I'm like, ooh, the banana cloud foam. Yum, 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 yum. Then I'm gonna take this side, back on the other side. Whoa, I had a lot of shadow on that brush. Back to this other side, you can see I've definitely got the pigment going, and it looks harsh. It looks harsh, but I knew that. I knew that, so I'm not stressed. Smoke it out, and I'm not going all the way in, by the way. I just took the pigment like 2/3 of the way in, and I am smoking this out by doing my little seesaw motions back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then if I want, I can just do like little circles. Okay, so we're looking smoky, we're looking a little defined, but we want a little bit of that like 1-2 punch. You know what, let's go back to the Patrick Ta, and let's go, they don't have names, great. We're gonna go 2 from the top, 1 below, so the second row on the right, it is a little bit more of a medium brown. So I am just going to do the same thing, but outer corner. I don't know about you, but I'm like looking at this, and I don't know if it's just because I just said nanner pudding, but I'm like, I'm feeling yummy head to toe. That song I used to listen to when I was a kid, and I was like so peacefully oblivious to the meaning. Sorry, y'all. But that song honestly slaps. It's time to make you sweat, 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 sweat. I need to now go in with a little bit of liner, bronze, by Hourglass. Just a few clicks is all you need, really. Close to the lash line as I can get it. And we don't need to go all the way in, probably about like 2/3 again, 2/3 of the way in. I'm also just cheating it a little bit with a little bit of shadow just because I was like, I kind of want it to look a little softer. So I'm gonna go with Nippy. I didn't know that's what it was called. Okay, Nippy, it is this kind of dark brown. And I'm using that shadow and I'm just going to do my tap shadow. Again, if you want a sharper liner look, go for it. My eyes crave that like soft liner look. That's gorgeous. So let's go on to our face now. We want kind of like, I'm not gonna say like a full dewy look, but we definitely want it to be a little bit more bouncy. So I'm gonna go with my Refi primer. And then I'm gonna go in with some of my Space Camp to keep my lips prepped. Space Camp just came out with their like Olipop collab, and they have a Shirley Temple one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love Shirley Temples. Like, so much. I'm obsessed with them. And so I tried getting them, even though I'm like, oh, why do you gotta be at Target? It's morally conflicting for me. And so I was like, oh, like, I'll just try and get it. But they didn't have it. They didn't have it. So I guess it was a sign. But it made me so sad. Oh, why do I have a scratch here? It's gonna be a long sleep day for me. I also have bruises here. I got bruises. My dad said I looked abused, which wasn't great, but I'm gonna mainly go in. I'm feeling like just a little bit of my Armani skin tint, and then I'll do like 1.5 pumps of the Luminous Silk. We mix it all together, and you know that it's the best of both worlds. And then I am just going to take my foundation brush and tap that into my skin, because I want more of like a light medium coverage. We don't need something too heavy. Like I said, our celebrities weren't too done up. Next, we're going to shape our face, and I'm going to throw on a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. This one is in fair medium, and you can always build this up to your own comfort. So like, if you want to add more, if you want to add less, go for it. For those that are just watching this and they might be a little confused about like, what is bronzer, what is contour? They do the same thing as in giving your face more shape. Bronzer is a warmer shade. It's usually like an orange. It warms up the face. Think of like a summer tan. A contour is a cool tone. You can think of it, cool. Contour is going to then is what people kind of go for when they want to like cut out angles in their face or create natural shadows. There's also such thing as bronzer, which means you are using your bronzer or your contour vice versa. Again, that's probably a little bit more than needed, but let's spray the face. Then we go to the trusty Denim Beauty Blender, and I am just going to tap all this into my skin, blend it out one more time. I'm also going to take this time, bring back out my Hourglass concealer, and I am just going to tap a tiny bit of it underneath my eye. And then if you have any blemishes, like I do up here, I'm gonna tap the concealer over my blemish. And if you are going to use if you are going to use your hand to tap out the concealer, make sure you use your ring finger. That way it is the finger we use the lightest pressure in, so that way it is not like you're poking or pressing too much on your eye. I'm gonna do a very loose, very light set on my face with, this is Hourglass's loose setting powder. Just doing a very light set on my face. And the reason I do this is because I know for this TRL photo shoot, I'm gonna have obviously my photos, and I don't want to look sweaty. Now brows, I am going in, this is my soft brown Brow Wiz. I honestly want to get a different brow pencil, but I'm gonna use this one. This is the Anastasia one. I'm gonna use it until it like is out, because that's responsible, that's reasonable. But I'm not gonna really do anything too fancy with my brows. Just gonna give them a light little fill in, and then a light little fluff out with a spoolie. Let's go in with a little bit of my Patrick Ta bronzer, and I am taking this this is like a fluffy powder brush, and I'm literally like taking the edge of it, stamp, 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 stamp. That is going to give me that opacity that I want. And I have no shame. I love, love, love a good bronzed look. because it makes me feel like I'm walking the streets in the 2000s, you know, especially if it's center frame. Like, I'm not like trying to look up tight and be like, this is my bronzer, this is my bronzer. I will take a little bit and just run it on my nose. I do want to throw in like maybe a baby blush. That's gonna be too pink. That one's gonna be too pink. But if I bring out Sex Appeal, I'm gonna have so many people say like, oh, you only like to use Sex Appeal. It's the first blush, y'all, that I've hit pan in. I'm probably going to take a little bit of, I don't want to. I'm having a tantrum. Let's look at my NARS palettes that I have. Which one are you? Bumpy Ride? Ooh, let's mix Bumpy Ride. Wait. No, let's mix Orgasm Edge, it's a matte, with, this one is Sex Fantasy. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I would love to be in my celebrity crush's sex fantasy. And before anyone says anything in the comments, like, shut up. I can't guarantee that he's like all that I've hoped and dreamed, but like, so what? I'm still a rock star. And I won't know until I literally meet him, and then like, maybe I'll cry if he ends up not being like the best guy, but I really doubt that. And if you know who he is, I think you doubt that too. I'm throwing in a little Sex Appeal because like I have sex appeal. And I'm chaotic. Hair check. Okay, good. Let's finish up these under eyes and then we just have the lip and then we're good. So I am gonna go in with, it's a little messy right now, but I'm gonna go in with that shade that we used as like the outer corner. I learned to not be super afraid if my under eyeshadow is pigmented like this, because then when I go to blur it out, it softens. But if I was to start with it being like soft, then it would like blur into nothing. You see? Like that looks scary, this looks natural. And I can always take like my first shade too from his palette, that like vanilla shade, and blur out the edges. And then I want to add my brow bone highlight, so I'm gonna go, this is incandescent strobe light from Hourglass. It's definitely giving me a little bit of a highlight, but I kind of want it to be like bam bam, you know? House Labs. Haha. It just, there we go. It just has that shimmer. I try and change it up because I'm like, maybe y'all are tired of me using the same things, but if it works, it works. Why would I change it? And like, look, that one definitely has more of a brow bone highlight. And maybe, just maybe, I want to tap a little bit in the inner corner. I'm then going to use my oh so favorite nude eyeliner from Dior. What color do I want? I kind of feel like a nude. This is a Pat McGrath liner. Here we go. And this one is in 90s just the 90s one. And this liner like stays on, so like don't play when it comes to liner. Okay, now we gotta find a pale nude. Go with Off the Market by MAC. It's a little bit lighter than the liner. And if you want to leave it matte, go for it. But then I'm gonna go with, this is Tanorama Frost by MAC. If we're having a frosty lip, we cannot leave and go anywhere without a little bit of gloss. So I'm gonna top it with Prismaglass 08. I'm pretty sure this is Sugar Halo by Armani. I'm done. Oh my goodness. All the boys and all the girls are begging to, if you see gaming. One more spray of the face. I'm gonna also straighten my hair so it's not gonna look like a mess. I don't know about y'all. If y'all went a different route, please let me know in the comments. I want to know what y'all did, but like, I am feeling this look. So that means the outro is about to be like the outro. Just fair warning. Just cue it and see for yourself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the Makeup Diaries. Do we have smudgies back on the camera? Like, why? Sorry about that, y'all. Oh, I almost forgot my jewelry. Okay, we're back. Much better. Like, ooh. And would you have known we started with like a butter yellow? Not really. Not really. You want to have. And like, look at these like pants. They're totally giving Brittany. I'm pretty sure I got them off of Depop. And I just haven't worn them because I'm like lame and I have a job. And my job makes me wear only black. But I'm trying to tell them, I'm like, let me wear my jeans, y'all. I've got the best jean collection. Like, maybe I show them off in like a home video. But like, oh my goodness. Like, oh, not my shirt. Sorry, not my shirt being like implicit. But like, ooh, it makes the booty look cute too. You know, that's a good jean. Minus my little like bug bite here, but like, you know, that's a good jean when your booty looks cute. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't care who you are. You should have some booty appreciation today. Like, just shake it. Shake it in the mirror. Okay, like, ooh. And so like, I'm showing up to TRL and I'm like, thank you so much. I don't know how TRL works, but like, thank you so much for voting me in and wanting to see me this week. I think that's how TRL works, at least. But yeah, I hope you had so much fun watching this video and like coming up with your TRL look. I had so much fun coming up with mine. I wish I could like donate $40 to each of y'all's bank account / pockets so you could go pick up one of these. They're my favorite glosses at the moment. I kind of fumble around with these outros, but in all sincerity, I really do appreciate that you sat down to watch this today. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. It does mean a lot to me. I do want to like grow and become like a well-loved YouTube channel, so thank you so much. You know, supporting my content helps me do that, so thank you so much. As always, if no one's told you today, you know I'll be the first. Always there to tell you and remind you that you are iconic just the way you are. So shake off any of those like insecurities or anything that's holding you back. I know it's not always easy. I know we all have like personal things we, you know, want to work on or just feel like it's kind of bringing us down. But just always know that whoever you look up to, in most cases, they're gonna be the person you look up to because they're just confident in who they are and they're iconic for who they are. So there's nothing stopping you from just embracing who you are and being like, yeah, I'm iconic, because there's only one you. There's only one you. So yeah, just take that with you today and hopefully implement that in your daily life. If not, come back next Friday and I'll remind you, because you deserve to be reminded so that then you wake up and that's like what's on your mind. You're like, damn, I'm iconic. The world's so much better. If there is anything that you want to see with my channel, you'll feel free to let me know in the comments, because I always want to make content that is, you know, what y'all want to watch. So just always say something in the comments and I'll be more than happy, as long as it's good and decent. I'll always be happy to like make content that y'all want to watch. So yeah, other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next week. I've been your icon Annie. Bye bye. Love you, icons. Mwah.